Good day, everyone, and welcome to another installment of SCORE Boston Presents. I'm your host, Rob Stutzman, and today we have the distinct pleasure of having Alisa Primavera of InShape Incentive, who is a recent recipient of the 2023 SCORE Boston Long-Term Client of the Year Award. She has also been cited as a role model for solopreneurs, especially female Afro-American business owners. We're also joined by Prabhat Kumar, or PK as he's better known, of SCORE, who is Alisa's mentor. Alisa, PK, welcome. Our listeners,
Thank you, Rob.
You're welcome. Our listeners will be eager to learn more about you. So why not take a moment to tell us a little bit about yourselves? Alisa, why don't you go ahead?
Okay, so my name is Alisa Primavera, and I'm the owner of InShape Incentive, which is a health and wellness program. It was founded in 2018. We specialize in preventative health care, which includes nutrition, fitness, yoga, martial arts, and also injury prevention.
Wonderful. PK, how about yourself?
Thank you, Rob. My name is Prabhat Kumar, known as PK. I have been with the SCORE for about 6 years. I retired from corporate world, and at that time I was looking for something to do. I did not want to lead the typical retired life. So I looked around and I found that SCORE suits my personality well. I have enjoyed being in SCORE. I enjoy working with mentees like Alisa, and I enjoy a lot of new skills.
That's great. Thank you very much. Alisa, one of the biggest challenges in starting a business is just doing it. Many solopreneurs and entrepreneurs have great ideas, but don't know how to turn them into a business. How did you accomplish it?
Well, the way I accomplished it was kind of unique, I guess. At least it's different than any way I've seen. I literally just left my old job. I had some money put aside, but really not much capital to start a business. So I went with a friend who knew someone who was part owner of a warehouse, and we knew that there was a personal trainer in the warehouse. So what happened was I went to him and I said, I want to start a business. I really don't have much money at all, but I will give you half of what I make for the first 3 months. And if it works out, you can start charging me rent to rent a space in your facility. And if it doesn't, we go our separate ways. So I said, just take a chance on me. What do you have to lose? So he did. And I was lucky enough to start my business there. And that was in Hyde Park, Massachusetts.
Oh, that's great. So when did you first contact SCORE and how did SCORE help you?
I first contacted SCORE as soon as I started the business. And honestly, I don't think I could have done it without SCORE. They helped me with things like from bookkeeping to how to negotiate business deals, to how to advertise. And PK, my mentor, is really good with most of those things. But if there's something that's beyond his scope, he always has a mentor he can connect me with. So it was extremely helpful in my business.
That's great. So PK, client engagements can be short-term or longer term. What do you see as the benefits of having a long-term relationship with a client?
Yeah, when Alisa mentioned that to the start of a business, I remember that I was with her right from that time. And I used to talk to her about how to negotiate the rents, how to negotiate the business deal without making it formal. And I think any business, startup business, it's better to have a long-term relationship for 2 reasons. Number one, you may not even know what kind of problem you are going to run into a year from now. better to have some place to go to. Another point which is very important is that whenever you start establishing a relationship, mentor-mentee type relationship, it takes a few sessions to develop the trust and to understand how the two people can work well together. So I've been very fortunate to have Alisa all this time, and our relationship over the period of last 5 years has got to the point where it's much easier to communicate and bounce around the ideas.
Wonderful. That's great. Alisa, I'm sure you've had a number of successes along the way, but what's been your greatest success so far?
My greatest success so far, I would have to say, was being featured on the Chronicle show, which was at the end of 2021, so a little over a year ago, and it was just amazing. Everyone was texting me and calling me and, oh, I just saw you on, people still say, I saw you on TV, I remember that. And I mean, it really got good exposure from my business, so I'd have to say that, being on Chronicle.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
So I'm sure you've also faced a number of challenges along the way. What's been your greatest challenge to date?
My greatest challenge to date, I would have to say, is though I was featured on Chronicle, an ongoing challenge is constantly trying to get my name out there,
Hmm.
because it's really hard, I think, just to constantly advertise, especially when you don't have tons of advertising capital. So I have to say, just getting my name out there, getting people to know who I am and what I do and what InShape Incentive is about, is my biggest challenge.
Yeah, you've got a great story, and it's just making sure that people out there are hearing it. So PK, what is it about SCORE that keeps you volunteering for them?
Well, several factors. Number one, the satisfaction of working someone like Alisa, watch them getting successful and grow. Number two, learning new techniques, new skills. For example, in my business life before I came to SCORE, I didn't have much exposure to the finance and bookkeeping, but out of necessity, I learned and taught to the mentees like her. And the third one is the social aspect. You get to meet a lot of different people without trying very hard or going out of a way to how to meet them. And once you are retired, you are staying at home, it becomes even more important than regular life to maintain some connections. So
That's
these are
great.
factors which, for me, make a SCORE very satisfactory.
Nice. That's great. So Lisa, what is it about SCORE that has kept you a client for the past 5 years?
I'm sorry, can you repeat? I couldn't quite
Yeah,
hear.
what is it about SCORE that has kept you as a client for the past 5 years?
To continue to help me. I mean, as my business changes, PK is always there to help and give suggestions, and like I said, he'll give referrals, and sometimes almost every day there's a workshop, a virtual workshop, and sometimes if I have a minute, I just gotta get on there and catch it, and wow, this is really helpful. And there's just so many resources up with the SCORE program. Is There's no way I could could leave it anytime soon. It's just great.
Yeah, one of the taglines of SCORE is for the life of your business. And so it's nice to see that PK has been able to be there through your ups and downs and the successes and the challenges along the way. Is there any additional advice you'd offer to solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, or small business owners?
For me, I would say the first thing is you have to believe in yourself. Anyone starting a business, that I think that's the most important thing. You definitely have to believe in yourself. And two, you may have to slightly change your product or the way you do things, but whatever happens, always never quit. I would say never quit or
Hmm.
never give up, at least. You might even change businesses, but I would just say never give up on your dream of entrepreneurship if that's what it is. And third, I would say you have to give it your all. At least that's been my experience. If you don't give it your all, and most of the time plus some, usually it doesn't work out. So those are the three things I would say. Believe in yourself, stay in the game, and give it your all.
Yeah. Oftentimes people don't realize the enormous amount of energy it takes to put into running your own business. And so that's great. Okay, we've come to the time where we we call it rapid fire. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys a series of questions, and you just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. You ready?
Ready?
Okay. Favorite food?
I say oatmeal.
PK?
Seafood.
All right. Favorite athlete?
Whatever I can see, I enjoy.
There you go. Favorite athlete?
Oh, you want to go first, PK?
You go.
I say Serena Williams.
PK?
But that's a coincidence. Mine too, Serena Williams.
Oh, nice. Very good. It's too bad she's not playing tennis any longer.
No.
Favorite beach?
What was the last one?
Favorite beach?
Oh,
I'll go first this time, so I don't come across as a copycat. In New England, Narragansett by far,
oh wow.
because of the temperature is nice there.
Nice.
Country, Sanibel Island,
Wow.
like watching on the shores with all the shells. And of all the beaches that I've gone in other countries, the one in India, Goa.
Mm,
Wow, you go to the beach a lot.
yeah.
Alisa, do you have a favorite beach?
I have one favorite beach, and that is in Salisbury, Mass. It's Salisbury Beach.
Salisbury Beach.
And I choose Salisbury because I'm a wave person. I love waves. So and I choose that for the waves, and I like the little strip that they have there. So
Good
yeah,
wave
Salisbury.
action up for Salisbury. Excellent. Well, thank you guys so much for your time. This is really a lot of fun. And we wish you all the success throughout the rest of 2023.
Thank you. Thank you so
for being here.
much.
Thank you, Rob.
Here.